Hello everyone! Welcome to the third and last episode of the Sony Alpha 7S III Hands-On Review Series. My name is Nico Valenzuela and I will be your host for today. On last week's episode, we featured award-winning director and cinematographer J.A. Tadena and his review of the coveted Alpha camera. J.A. showcased a cinematic short film fully shot on the A7S III, and we were amazed by how he was able to produce such a jaw-dropping film with a lean crew, small setup, and minimal lighting. J.A. is particularly impressed with its accurate real-time IAF performance even in low-light shooting conditions. As a TV and commercial director, this would certainly make his work more efficient and flexible. In case you missed it, just visit the Sony Philippines YouTube channel to check out JA's video. Now, our next industry expert is a group of digital content creators who have produced game-changing online campaigns for the country's top celebrities and most respected brands. These young, creative, and dynamic individuals have produced numerous online content that transcends screens straight to the viewers' hearts. This group is known not only for their creativity and impeccable storytelling, but also for being agile and flexible in producing high-quality videos. Everyone, let us welcome the new Sony Alpha professionals, Patrick Martin, Hiromi Uematsu, and Paulo Garrido of Lit Lab Studios.
Moikai.
Hello everyone, it's Patrick from Lit Lab Studios, and Lit Lab Studios is a digital content creation company based here in the Philippines. And most of the brands that we work with are in the travel industry, lifestyle, fashion, and even events. And this requires us to be very agile when it comes to the workflow that we do with our team. So over the past years, we've been shooting with the Sony A7S II. While we think that it's really a powerful camera, having our hands on the new Sony A7S III is really gonna take our content creation game to a whole new different level. So we took the Sony A7S III out for a test the past couple of weeks, and we thought that it would be great to share a message that all of us content creators can relate to. That it's really all about embracing discomfort, it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone, and it's all about finding all the opportunity in each and every difficulty that we're all faced with. So to support this messaging are visuals that were all shot using the new Sony A7S III, highlighting some of our favorite features like the insane low light capability, together with the amazing internal gyroscope that stabilizes our shots. So all of our shots that you'll see are all handheld. And this is something that we enjoy doing, and I hope that you guys have fun watching it. Am I good enough? Is it worth the effort? Can I really do this? These questions flood our minds in times of discomfort. It is in these moments of self-doubt and vulnerability that we discover what we're truly capable of. These challenges will break the boundaries of our ideas and push the limits of our creativity. Because when we stop doubting and start doing, When we push past the apprehension, when we get comfortable with discomfort, we become better. We reveal ourselves and show true greatness within us.
Wow! Impressive work, LitLab team! That was truly a very inspiring and compelling video. It's amazing what great visual storytellers like you can create with the new Alpha 7S III. For those of you who are excited to get your hands on the new A7S III, the pre-order special is ongoing until October 18th. Grab this offer now and get as much as 30,000 pesos worth of freebies. Scan the QR code or click the link below to purchase. If you've just tuned in, welcome to the third episode of the Sony Alpha 7S III hands-on review series. Now here are some questions to the LitLab team submitted by the online communities.
Hi, it's Patrick from LitLab Studios, and the question that I got is, what are the top 3 ways that the Alpha 7S III can help digital content creation teams like you? Well, to be honest, we've been waiting for the Alpha 7S III for a long time now. We've been using the Alpha 7S II in our previous shoots for years now, and we thought that the S3 would come out last year. And having our hands on with this beast of a camera will take our content creation game to a whole new different level, and that's for sure. And why? Because number one, its low light capability feature is amazing. We tried shooting outdoors with just the moon and a headlamp as our sources of light, and we think that the sweet spot is in between ISO 16,000 to ISO 20,000. We also tried shooting in the city with just the city lights as our sources of light, and we find that the footage is very, very clean. So this is very usable, especially to those who want to use the natural light as your source of light. So the second feature that I want to highlight would be the flip screen and touchscreen feature. Shooting with different angles is very difficult if you don't have the flip screen. But with this new feature of the Alpha 7S III, this makes it easier. Also with the touchscreen feature, it's going to help you focus faster, and also it's going to make the experience a lot easier. So the last feature that I want to talk about would be the image stabilization. With the internal gyroscope, we took some footage, and when we processed it with Catalyst Browse, we found that the footage is as good as like a really stable shot. So this is something that we've never seen before as digital content creators, and having this internal feature within the Alpha 7S III is gonna take your content creation game to a whole new different level. So the list can go on and on and on, and I can't wait for you to have your hands on the new Sony Alpha 7S III.
Hi, my name is Jeremy from LitLab Studios, and the question I got was, how does shooting with A7S III's new interframe format enhance your editing experience? So when we got our hands on the new camera, we started shooting at 4K resolution with the XAVCS video format, because that's the same format that we always use with our other Sony cameras. But since now that it can shoot at 10-bit colors at different frame rates, I've experienced some slowdowns while editing the video that we just showed you guys. I'm using a 2015 MacBook Pro, and it's an okay video editing laptop, but it had difficulties processing all the new data coming from the new camera. So we started experimenting with the XAVCSI, which is the new interframe video format available in the A7S III. And one thing that we've noticed is that it had the biggest file size compared to the other formats available, but I didn't experience any slowdowns or any lags while editing it. So I did some research about it, and it turns out that interframe video format takes your clips, it takes the data from it and process it in a way that makes it a lot easier for your editing softwares to read. So it still retains the 4K quality, the 10-bit color, the different frame rates, but despite it having a bigger file size, your laptop or PC won't encounter as much lag compared to editing with the other formats. So that's really good for us, especially for those who doesn't have really powerful or really strong PC and laptops, because you don't have to worry too much about creating proxies. You don't have to worry about transcoding, because that can take time, and transcoding can consume more storage in your PC or laptop. So for us who doesn't have who has an okay laptop for editing, I think Intraframe is going to be a very useful video format for editing.
Hi, I'm Paolo from LitLab Studios, and the question I got is, why should new breed of hybrid digital content creators invest in Sony's Alpha 7S III? For me, being a hybrid digital content creator means you're not boxed into a certain role. You can be the director, at the same time the DOP, the cam op, the editor. If you're like the jack of all trades in production. And when you're a jack of all trade, you need to have the perfect companion that will not limit your capabilities. And here in LitLab, we consider ourselves as hybrid digital content creators, and the perfect companion for us is the A7S III. So imagine yourself, you're out there traveling. Whenever we travel, we don't know what's going to happen. There will be unexpected moments that we want to shoot right away. So you bring out your camera, but then there's always this dilemma. Am I going to shoot this in 4K or 120 FPS? If I shot in 4K, I won't be able to have the 4K at the 120 FPS. If I shot in 120, I won't be able to have the 4K. So when you're shooting run and gun, you don't have enough time to decide. So you have to shoot it right away, or else the moment is gone. So let's say you're home, you're finished shooting, and then you're reviewing all your files, okay? And then there's this regret that we always encounter, like we should have shot this in 120 FPS instead of 4K, or vice versa. Sana like 4K instead of 120 FPS. But now we won't be able to retrieve those moments, it's gone. But now Sony gave us a new camera that is capable in handling 4K and 120 FPS at the same time. So now we can now say goodbye to all those regrets and dilemmas, because it's here, 4K and 120 FPS. And one more thing is that we love about this is, before kasi, whenever we shoot in 4K, our camera tends to overheat. But now with the A7S III, it doesn't overheat even if you shoot in 4K 120 FPS. That's why we love this camera so much, and we recommend this to all hybrid digital content creators out there.
And that ends our 3-part hands-on review series of the new Alpha 7S III. Again, the Alpha 7S III is on pre-order special until October 18th. Scan the QR code or click the link below to purchase. Stay safe, and thank you for being with us.
Alpha.